What's up, what's up, what's up, what's up, what's up, what's up, TBB community? Hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more content like this. That's a OG salutations, by the way. Uh, what's up, what's up, what's up, what's up? That's, you gotta know. You gotta know, man. Talking about memes. What, is there a what's up meme? Is this guy, is BitConnect? Let's see. What's up? What's up, what's up, what's up, what? We gotta do that, man. BitConnect. Let's see. Maybe BC, would it be BCC? Not shouting out other memes in front of our own, but mm, ah, yes, the BCC, not to be confused with the BBC. Anyways, 2.083 cents. That's the price that we're at right now for TBB. We've got roughly how many hours left in this day? 9 hours left in this day. Getting a late start today, but hit that like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. Let's get into it, okay? Moving up. We're moving up, and that's nice so far. You know, we're up 21% in the last few hours here. Really, we just had 1 hour that sent us up here. Decent bit of volume coming in on this breakout move. It's telling us it's the real deal. We still have 9 minutes left in this hour. Yeah, we're pulling back a little bit. There's a little bit of a wick there. I think that's fine. If we go back in time to the glory days on our way to our all-time high area, there were candles that were like this on the way up. You know, we pushed higher the very next candles, or we consolidated for half a day and then we moved higher, whatever the case may be. I think this is fine. I don't mind the wick. The wick doesn't intimidate me. I do believe, again, as we're breaking out here of this overall zone with volume coming in, I think that's a good thing, not a bad thing. So looking at this, this 1 hour time frame, it's probably more identifiable on the 4 hour, but this to me looks like a bull flag. And I actually made that call right before this pump, just literally right before this pump, talking about this bull flag here. If this is a bull flag, and again, knowing how bull flags behave with TBB, we might expect to see a lower price than what this measure move is, but still the measure move of this bull flag would take us somewhere around 6 cents. Just below 6 cents. Let me see if I can get this right on the money there. Yeah, there we go. That would be right at, yeah, 5.9 cents. So right below 6 cents there. New all-time highs overall. I don't know about the V-shaped recovery. I don't know if we're going to see a V-shaped recovery with this kind of kink in the middle of it, but I still believe we can definitely move up there. The more consolidation we have, the better, honestly. I don't think that it'd be a bad thing. So even if all of this falls through the floor and tomorrow we're back down at 1.1 cent or somewhere down here, that's fine. That's totally fine. Go down here, consolidate, give us a higher low, bounce off the golden ratio, whatever the case may be. That's fine. We don't want to flirt with prices that are below 0.077, but as long as we're above there, I think that we're fine. And let's see. Let's actually get something more definitive. We don't really want to go below 1.14 cents. We don't want to, right? Closing prices, wicking's okay, but closing below there's not what we want to do. I'm not calling for us to go down there. I'm just saying even if what I am calling for, which is that we move up, even if that doesn't happen and we move sideways or we move down, whatever, it's fine as long as it's, you know, within a certain parameter. From a high to a low, we were consolidating right below the golden ratio, and we've broken through it right now. We've got 1 hour and 6 minutes left in this 4-hour candle. We've got about 7 minutes left, 6 minutes left in this 1 hour candle. I want to see us close in the golden ratio, and I want to see us push higher. I don't want to see us dilly-dally here and come back down. Again, it's okay if we do. But with this environment that we have right now, we've got everything that we need to go to push a little bit higher. And again, yesterday I was talking about the fibs being the next target area, this area here at 2.93 to 3.73 cents, somewhere in this area. That makes sense, right? That makes sense for a target area we might move up to, consolidate a little bit, and then continue to grow. The measure move of this overall bull flag is still there, but we don't have to move there in one fell swoop. We can take our time getting up there. Anyways, it's nice to see back above 2 cents in price. It's nice to see that, even if it is but for a moment. Looking at this on the 1 hour time frame, and who knows, it might be more than for a moment. Maybe we're above 2 cents literally for a moment, and then we go up above 3 cents, and we're never below 2 cents again. I don't know. Looking at this on the 1 hour time frame, the RSI is in the overbought area. We're showing some strength. I love the strength of this RSI overall. Getting overbought here, not getting oversold, breaking out of its downtrend before hitting the oversold zone. I mean, you look good. Showing a stronger reading here than you did before. You look really good. The last time that we got overbought, so imagine here it had been some time before we got overbought, and then we finally got overbought. Here it's been a little bit of time since we've been overbought. Now we finally got overbought. The first time that we got overbought was like right here, and then we continue moving up higher a little bit. This was also kind of at the end of the move, whereas here the beginning of the move has resulted in us being in the overbought zone. So it's a little bit different. I'm expecting that we're going to get continued iterations up here, and we probably do push higher in the short term back near our all-time high areas. But first we're going to go with that 2.9. Was it 2.9 cent? What was it? Let's see. 2.9 to 3.7 cent price target area. The MACD looks good. Scooping the zero, bouncing off the zero exactly as intended yesterday. Perfect. Looks great. Love it. The oscillators have their own little trend going on, don't they? These higher lows here. Higher lows, higher highs, looking good. Looking really good. I love it. The volume is really nice to see as well. 4 hour time frame here. Volume still looks like it's dying off overall, but again, as I was saying the last couple of days, you don't really need volume on the retrace here. You just need it to come in. And we're getting some volume, sure. You know, in the history of this thing, this candle is actually above average. But we don't need volume like this or like this. We don't need crazy volume until we're getting to new all-time highs. And even then, we don't need it, but it's nice to see. The RSI rejected the overbought zone, bounced off the 50. This is a very bullish thing. This is actually a very common thing whenever you are working your way higher to get into the overbought zone. So 1 hour time frame resulted in a pump getting into the overbought zone. What does the 4 hour time frame represent if you get into the overbought zone here? I think this move is just kicking off. And again, I could be wrong. We've talked about what that could look like, various different ways that it could look, whatever. Maybe we move up a little bit and then we move down, you know. But I think that we are moving up right now. I do think that by the end of this day, over the next 9 hours or so, we should see some continued growth. I think that we're going to. And it's rather exciting. The 4 hour RSI is what makes me really excited here because you are about to get overbought again. I mean, any time that we've seen that, let's just do this because there's only so many iterations. Here, first time that we ever got overbought. Here we got overbought. There we got overbought. Right there we got overbought. Right there, that's whenever we got overbought. And I mean, we could do it here too. You know, those 2 points close together. This is every point that the RSI has ever been overbought. So here, and you can kind of count those as the same. That was the beginning of this move, which resulted in, let's just say from a relative low to a relative high, a 7x move. Here from a relative low to a relative high, that was a 100% move. Here from a relative low to a relative high, that was an 88% move. Here, you know, we got overbought. Let's just say this is the relative low to the relative high. That was a 93% move. And then here, same thing right before you got overbought there, 176% move. So, I mean, at the smallest, that was an 88% move, which from this, if we were saying this is our relative low, I don't know, maybe I should take this, but whatever. Right here, we'll go lower, be more conservative. 88% puts us basically right there at about 2.5 cents, 2.5, almost 2.6 cents. And the largest move we've seen was 650%, which 650% does take us much higher than any of the targets we've talked about so far. So something in between, I think, is fairly likely. Something in between is fairly likely, and you know, 176, 90%, 100%. A lot of those are right around 100%. So yeah, I mean that takes us right into the target zone that we have based off these fibs. That 0.029 to 0.037, is that what it was? 0.029. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Let's get rid of that. Yeah, 0.037, 0.029, somewhere in that range. That's where I think we're going to go. And if we stop there, cool, consolidate, whatever, find support, move back up. If we don't stop there, we are just pushing our way up, probably around, if not above, $100 million just right now, guys. I mean, there's a few different paths we could take, but we'll see. We'll see how fast the demand kicks in here. 4 hour time frame RSI looks great. It leaves me in anticipation of some bullish upside. The MACD also looks great here. We were looking like we were going to find resistance at the zero, but now we're building bullish momentum right as the oscillators are at the zero. That makes me think we're going to cross through. Crossing through, we don't have any examples of that because this thing is brand new. So this is the first bullish cross we've ever had. But the first bearish cross, just for comparison, was like right there, and well, it did this to the price. In the kind of context of this drop, you weren't even halfway done with this drop. So if you imagine then that this whole time coming up here has been this move, and now we're finally breaking above the zero, I might say the same thing, concluding that this is probably less than half the move to the upside. Maybe it's not even a quarter of the move. Maybe it's over half the move. We haven't seen this, but typically whenever you break through the zero with your oscillators, that does promote solid price action, up or down. So I'm assuming this would be up if we're breaking above it, right? Looking at this on the daily time frame, maybe the 12-hour time frame actually. 12-hour time frame, we are about to cross green, or have we crossed green? We're crossing green right now. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. That's our first green cross since the downtrend began. RSI breaking above the 50 after finding resistance on it. That's a positive as well. We want to get this RSI into the overbought zone, all these other higher time frame RSIs overbought, bouncing off the oversold zone here on the daily. I mean, you breaking above the 50 there. MACD here on the daily is looking like it wants to scoop the zero as well. I mean, beautiful all across the board. It's a brand new chart. There's not a whole lot of history to go off of, but for the history we do have, from semi-significant to significant time frames, we are seeing some health, some structure, some positive things to look forward to. And again, nothing's perfect. I mean, everything that I'm saying here can be true and can make sense. And even with that, we can still move down. Even if we do move down, we're still in this very bullish situation so long as we are provided higher lows. So I'm not too worried about the price here. I'm expecting that we continue to grow. That's the call. I have nothing else for you. So hit that like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. I'll see you on the next one. Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.